Life is about choosing between the life is about having two mindsets, growth mindset or fixed mindset. The interesting part is can always we can always we can always invite, like, we are always in a growth mindset. We are never in a fixed mindset. That is the truth. If earthquake happens suddenly, I'm going to go out and save myself. But when it comes to learning something new, I procrastinate and say to myself, I cannot, because I'm not looking at not I'm not looking at learning as saving myself. But why is that? Should I not save myself from poverty, from mediocrity, from comfort? Comfort is not good. Comfort is not good. Mindset and depression. I don't read much because I don't believe in books anymore. Character. But aren't there some natural athletes who really seem to have it from the start? Yes, as it was for Billy Bean and John McEnroe. Sometimes it's a curse. Yeah, you can't have goodness without darkness. This is what the laws of nature says. With all the praise from their for the talent, and with how little they have needed to work to stretch themselves, they can easily fall into a fixed mindset. Bruce Jenner, the Kathleen Jenner, 1976 Olympic gold medalist in the decathlon, says, "If I wasn't dyslexic, I probably wouldn't have won the games. If I have been a better reader, then that would have come easily. Sports, sports would have come easily, and I never would have realized that the way to go ahead in life is hard work." The naturals, carried away with their superiority, don't learn how to work hard or how to cope with setbacks. This is the story of Pedro Martinez, the brilliant pitcher when Boston Red Sox, who the brilliant pitcher then with the Boston Red Sox, who self-destructed when they needed him most. But it's an even larger story too, a story about character. A group of sports writers from New York Times and Boston Globe were on the Delta shuttle on Boston. Hmm. So was I. They were headed to Game 3 of They were headed to Game 3 of 2K03 American League playoff series between the New York Yankees and Boston Red Sox. They were talking about character. They all agreed, the Boston writers reluctantly, that the Yankees had it. Among other things, they remembered what the Yankees had done for New York 2 years before. I was it was October 2K01, and the New Yorkers just lived through September 11, and I was there, and we were devastated. We needed some hope. The city needed the Yankees to go for it, to go for the World Series. But the Yankees had lived through it too, and they were injured and exhausted. They seemed to have nothing left. I don't know what they got it from, but they dug down deep and they polished off one team after another, each win bringing us a little bit back to life, each one giving us a little more hope for the future, fueled by our need. They became the American League is champs, then the American League champs, and then the American League champs, and then they were in the World Series, where they made a valiant run and almost pulled it off. Everyone hates the Yankees. It's a team against. I grew up hating the Yankees. It's the team the whole country roots against. I grew up hating the Yankees too, but after that I had to love them. This is what the sports writers meant by character. Character, the sports writers said, they know if they know it when they see it. It's the ability to dig down and find the strength even when things are going against you. The very next day, Pedro Martinez, the dazzling but over-pampered Boston pitcher, showed that what character meant by showing what it isn't. No one could wanted this American League championship more than Boston Red Sox could have wanted this. They hadn't won a World Series in 85 years, ever since the curse of Bambino. This is ever since Sox owner Harry Freese sold Babe Ruth to the Yankees for money to finance a Broadway show. It was bad enough that he was selling the best left-handed pitcher in baseball, which Ruth was at the time, but he was selling him to the despised enemy. Yankees went on to dominate baseball, winning it seemed endless World Series. Meanwhile, Boston made it to 4 World Series. I don't want to read this. I don't want to read this anymore because I know what character means. It's keeping your promise. Character is character is showing up, and showing up is hard. It's easy said but hard to do. Showing up sounds cool, but it's hard to do. For some, meditation is character, and through meditation you build character. And I believe that, and because I believe that, I spend so many time thinking. And to me, thinking is a form of meditation. when you are focused, just like just like Elon Musk, but the case is too the case is the difference is too big. He's on the pinnacle of human excellence. I am at the bottom. But one thing is same between us, the brain. We have the same brain, and I believe that because the cells are same. in some way in some way प्रभु का बरस रहा है साथों तीरथ तेरे अंदर। बाहर किसे तलाश प्रभु का बरस रहा है प्यास साथों तीरथ तेरे अंदर। बाहर किसे तलाश डूबे मेरी नाक में। तेरे भाग में पत्थर है तो पत्थर भी खिल जाएगा। पता नहीं किस रूप में आकर नारायण मिल जाएगा। पता नहीं किस रूप में आकर नारायण मिल जाएगा। प्रभु का बरस रहा है प्यास साथों तीरथ तेरे अंदर। बाहर किसे तलाश कण में हरी क्षण क्षण में हरी तेरे नाम कभी। तेरे भाग में पत्थर है तो पत्थर भी खिल जाएगा। पता नहीं किस रूप में आकर नारायण मिल जाएगा।